Welcome back, Freaks of Nature. Okay, another horror film by Alter called Duel. Okay, there's crowns. God, this is children. Children are creepy. There's children in here. I already know. Okay. Jack, Katie. I'll be pacing too. Um, it's very interesting though. Like a lot of people think when kids draw things like that um they're disturbed. And they're not. Like, for instance, I'm a 90s kid, so I grew up with Jason versus Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street, just horror flicks. And I was allowed to watch them, and I would draw some pretty crazy stuff. But then they would just ask me, like, what is that? And I'd be like, oh, I watched this horror movie, or me and my family went to see this or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't, when kids draw things like this, it doesn't necessarily mean they're bipolar, schizophrenic, or they have a mental disturbance. It could just be something they saw and they thought is really cool, so they want to draw it all over again and make up fake scenarios to go with whatever they drew. It doesn't necessarily have to indicate anything crazy. Um, And even if they didn't see any of that stuff and they're drawing teddy bears with teeth, it could be near Halloween, or maybe they just think that'd be really cool teddy bear design or something. It doesn't always mean that they're cuckoo or it's leading to some type of psychological defect. But I will say, if I was her, I'd be kind of freaked out. Especially if they're in like an isolated room by themselves. I'd be like, ah, somebody come with me. Oh, you're drawn in the dark?
Hello, Jack. I'm Dr. Gabriel Grant. You can call me Gabby.
It's very nice to meet your acquaintance, Gabby.
It's very nice to make your acquaintance as well. I'm always very glad to make new friends.
So where's your stethoscope?
I'm a different sort of doctor. I try and help kids with their bad feelings. Did your grandma tell you that you're going to be staying here with us for a little while? You don't look happy about that.
I like my toys at home better. You don't even have any Legos here.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Maybe your grandma can bring you some of your toys from home?
No, that's okay.
I like your pictures. Your grandma brought me some from home as well. Always with the bear. And the clown.
Okay, so Grandma put him near because he's drawing disturbing stuff, and it freaked her out. I mean, she's an old lady. What are you supposed to do with a kid anyway. You know, if you're old and if you're older, you've already raised your kids or whatever. Like you probably don't want to raise another kid anyway.
Do they have any names?
Oops.
That's Mr. Pinky, and the bear is Captain Beasley. They're my friends.
Cool.
What's wrong with Mr. Pinky's hands?
Nothing. Those are his fingers. Broken glass and razor blades and other sharp stuff like that. Scratching.
And just who does Mr. Pinky scratch with these?
Sometimes people make me mad.
Kid blames this clown for doing this to his mom.
And the neighbor's pit bull.
No, the bear killed the dog. It was Captain, help me out here.
Beasley.
Beasley.
Captain Beasley.
Jesus, this kid is split right down the middle.
So what are we thinking here? Is this dissociative identity or schizo?
Let's just wait and see what Gabby can get out of him first.
If this was
So,
a real situation, those two could definitely be a possibility. But the things with different, like, okay, you have bipolar, different categories of bipolar 1 and 2, associative identity disorder, schizophrenia, and those each have the subsets that branch apart. And so it gets very difficult when diagnosing, like, say he did hurt his mother like that. It gets very difficult to assess it because, okay, even if he was schizophrenic, okay, that level of violence and in split from reality, very rarely does medication hit it at a point where it is effective. My computer almost died. But what was I saying? So very rarely does medication 110% treat things that are ultra violent, because medication can only do so much, and a lot of people think that it's like, I take it and it fixes me and I'm okay, and it's like, no, that's not the reality of the situation. It's kind of like those pills that are say, oh, this can help you lose weight with diet and exercise, which means that the diet and exercise is probably helping you lose more weight than taking this pill. It's like almost a placebo thing, to trick you into doing what you're actually supposed to be doing. Yeah, things like this are really difficult to treat and very scary to treat because some people who suffer from schizophrenia and DID, dissociative disorder of personalities, bipolar 1 and 2, can sometimes also be very manipulative, and that can be scary within itself. So, I don't know. I, this is a hard field to work in for sure.
Mr. Pinky scratches the people you don't like. And what does Captain Beasley do?
He sort of protects me, like a shield.
Mr. Pinky is the sword.
Ooh.
Don't worry. He likes you.
He does?
Good.
But he doesn't like those men hiding behind the mirror.
They're not hiding, Jack. They're just...
They're hiding.
Cool, they're hiding. Yes, that's what they're doing. I don't want to die.
Kid doesn't miss a beat, does he?
Jack, we need to talk about what happened to your mom. What you did to her with the scissors. Jack? Jack?
You're making me crazy. Calm down.
Jack.
You better just...
Didn't do
Right?
What the fuck was that?
I don't know, man. Get out
I'd
of there.
like to go back to my grandma's house now.
Cool,
You don't like
peace.
me.
Pack up your
That's
stuff. You're
simply
leaving.
not true. I think you're a very smart, very special little boy. But I also think that you need help. Help to control your...
Imaginary friends.
Yeah.
Take us home now.
Cool.
I'm sorry, Jack. Your grandma is not ready for you to go home.
The door's right there.
Jack,
Screw the sedation.
need you
The
to control your
the
feelings
door,
right
and once you're
now.
right there, you just get a hold of that door and you go.
Jesus
Ouch.
Christ, the glass is red hot.
Why is it so hot in here all of a sudden?
I'm finna pull my whole nose ring out
Do
because
you believe in telekinesis?
I'm hype.
Oh, come on, Doctor. You don't think this kid is doing this with his mind?
How the hell do you explain what's going on? I mean, I'm about ready to call an exorcist.
Yeah.
Well, what do we do? Do we go in there?
No.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Why don't you go?
Please don't.
Lady, the door's right there.
Captain Beasley, stop!
Whole arm.
I'm sorry, I can't stop them now.
Oh, yeah. Girl, you be... Why didn't you leave? Oh, that would be why. Use a lab coat to get out of the door with the... wrap it and depress the thing.
Come on, where the fuck is the tunnel?
Cool. I don't know what that was all about, but...
Now find my coat and take me home.
Come on.
This little boy. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I can't stop them now.
Do you see what I mean when I said earlier about they can be... people like this can be very manipulative? It's like a drug. Like, they get off on it. So, of course, when it feels good, they're going to do it more. And... I don't know. My personal thought, I keep trying to look down and fix my shirt because I'm wearing but a shawl. And what was I gonna say about spiritual stuff? I don't necessarily I believe that there is things like this that like psychics, for example, a lot of them are ripoffs, but I do believe that there are some people that are just on a whole different spectrum from us, even if it's slightly, and that maybe they can't see the future, but they can tap into something that um can give you like glimpses into what is to come in a very weird way. So they aren't able to be like, oh, well, you're gonna do this and this and this and this is how you obtain it. But they might see your child be an entrepreneur or your daughter do this or you be doing this and be able to tell you like hey, this is currently happening in your life right now, but in the future, I see that whatever. Like, I think there are people that can do that. I think that there are people who can communicate with the dead to a certain extent. Um, I don't know. I just think that there are people that are on different planes as us, that will always be on different planes as us, and I don't know, just whatever they got going on spiritually or mentally, something's neurotransmitters are messed up or whatever, but that gives them that ability because of that. And I'm not saying that it's a godly thing or a holy thing or a demonic thing or anything. It's just a thing. And I believe it because it's an interesting thing to believe in. And it's okay to believe in it. And it's not hurting anybody that I believe in it. But I think that's so interesting. But with this little boy, this is why I don't have kids because they're crazy. Anything with little kid, creepy. I don't want any of that creepiness in my home. Therefore, bloodline ends with me. Thank you very much. See you next time, freaks of nature. Bye.